Winter's finally over, so we're back on the island doing what Alex and I love.
We got a lot to do in there.
Rescuing great buildings. The fun has only just begun.
Welcome back to Maramara.
And the Minister of Exteriors is...
Ready to renovate?
Clover, you know what this is gonna be? It's gonna be our kitchen.
Okay, we've got an action-packed episode. More demo, more rot,
That's holding up the cottage.
and I mean lots more.
Oh boy.
More crew, more shopping,
Amazing things.
and more big ideas to dream up with Alex and the gang. I'm Sarah Richardson. This is Sarah's Island Rescue. But first, the Department of Interiors and the Minister of Exteriors need to talk.
We're gonna have to take all of this out,
Yep,
including this, because it's all rotten. Investigate underneath, make
Yep.
sure it's okay.
yep.
Probably need to do some rebuilding down there. And then build this up and then create you a dream kitchen.
Okay, well, do you wanna know what I was thinking? It's so exciting to be back here.
Yes.
Right? So here we are, top of the season. We have a super short window. Basically, our goal is to be all done on the inside in 2 months. Right? Super, super ambitious.
You know what? I love your optimism.
I know.
You are probably the most optimistic person I know.
Am I an optimist? Am I delusional? Wait and find out. Sink will be here. Counter, it'll L across. And then at this point, you're gonna have the range. We can do a nice big island. I'm thinking it's basically gonna be a square island
Okay.
with seats on this side and this side. We blast this out and our kitchen becomes an amazing bar with another island/tasting table.
How the floors feel underfoot is really important, especially for a cottage, because we spend most of our summer here barefoot. I want surfaces that look great, are durable, and are super easy to clean.
This is like a wife trick question. Get 3 of the same samples and then ask the husband to choose.
I don't think you can go wrong. They're all beautiful.
Feel them. I like the feel of this. This feels a little smoother. The classical elegance feels a little smoother to me.
It does. Okay, classical elegance it is.
It's nice,
There
right?
we are, classical elegance.
So let's see what happens when we make this screen porch into the ultimate cottage kitchen. Clover, do you approve?
Oh, all right. That's my cue to go shopping.
It smells so good and so old. This is figured maple, which means it has this incredible texture.
I love vintage sourcing. I'm passionate about treasure hunting, and it's never too early to go scavenging for unique and unusual items. When it comes to vintage, I go everywhere to find inspiration and good ideas.
Rooster, lead me in. Here's a find. How about using pairs of shutters to make twin headboards? Fun? Invert them.
When I think about incorporating antique and vintage furnishings into a home, I always like to start early in the process. If I find something fabulous that I want to build into the renovation,
What do you think about this green house gable?
it needs to be part of the plan from the earliest phase of the project. I'm always on the lookout for various items to use on numerous projects.
We need to take that.
So what am I looking for, you ask? Who knows? Where will I use it? You'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's for this project, or maybe somewhere else. When it comes to fabulous finds, keep in mind that everything from furniture to architectural salvage to fabulous vintage lighting can be the magic touch that makes your interior entirely and personally you. If you're enjoying this trip down Salvage Lane, make sure you subscribe to my channel to see where lots of these treasures will be used.
They wiggle.
Back to my dance partner.
This is the main entrance to this building, which is so strange. It's the only way in and out. This is more of a nice entrance. Take this doorway out.
I think that storage is critical and important.
Yeah, so
And
let's,
it's a cottage, so it doesn't need to be behind closed
you
doors.
can store, for example, old chandeliers.
This is a mess.
Well, it's a construction site, darling.
This is a before. We have pantry storage, washer dryer, we've got a sink. It has tons of potential. I'm gonna make it pretty.
Let's make a plan for the principal cabin bedroom.
With my awesome new cabinetry collection, we can reconfigure this whole wall.
New cabinetry collection. Did you know I launched a Sarah Richardson for Allstyle collection of cabinetry door profiles? I'll tell you lots more about that in upcoming episodes, but this is feeling like a perfect place to test drive my new collaboration. The principal bedroom cabinet is massive, and we're wondering if we should give it a major rethink. Do we split it in two? Do we move the principal bedroom elsewhere?
My view would be make this more functional as sort of like a secondary living room.
Just tell me what you want.
It's kind of a bunkie, but it's attached.
It's a cabin.
So
It's its own. I think of this as the cabin.
what about the bed?
The bed can go in here. If the bed goes in here, what are you doing with everything else? Did we bring the measuring tape to this meeting?
Of course we do. So this is 113 inches.
Okay, that's not enough.
So it is.
I may be the queen in this household, but I know how big a king is.
Speaking of big spaces,
This is a big, awesome living room.
So I'm curious.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Uh-oh. Big idea. Boop, boop. Big idea.
What if we floated this piece as a break and then you came downstairs on either side?
sometimes you've got to see it to know it. Planning on paper is fine, but there's nothing better for me than standing in this space and playing around with the components to know we have the best plan. So we tried the counter here and we tried it there, and we all talked about it. And now I think I have to go back to the city while the boys keep the demo show going.
Who loves demo?
Everybody.
After finding all the rot in the porch, we decided the only way to move forward would be to dig deeper, replace the posts, and do some major restoration.
Liquid wood. This is the corner of the cottage. That beam holds up a lot. Put in that second story there.
That's not looking good.
Look how bad it is over here. This whole length is bad.
That looks like ants or something maybe too.
That's right, he said ants.
That's the outside wall of the cottage.
Oh my god. This is really bad.
That's as bad as it gets. From about here over is just garbage.
God. This is not funny. This is a show.
While Alex and Chris are on a voyage of discovery, I'm on another kind of voyage, waiting to board a flight to visit a client south of the border.
We've had an unpleasant discovery, so I think I'll have to pass you over to Chris to show you around.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
So this is the corner.
Oh boy.
It gets better or worse. It depends on how you're looking at it.
Gosh. This is fixable, right?
Anything's fixable, Sarah, but it's just this was not at all what we were expecting. This is a massive repair.
Remember my 2-month timeline? Mega foundation rot was not part of my schedule. Fortunately, Alex is on the island with Chris and 3 other helpers. So in a short first week back on site in the spring, they've rebuilt the porch posts and started to tackle the new rot situation. By changing up the screen porch and turning it into interior space, we've ended up with an extra exterior door. Alex has a clever idea to repurpose one of the old doors here.
Recycle, reuse, man. Especially when it's this nice.
Getting materials to an island is never easy. So we're always thinking of how we can reimagine what we've got.
Now that is a thing of beauty.
When I'm not on site, the guys need to dive into the design and do some problem solving.
Old cabinet is where the floor was light, and there's the beam. And then this is where this is. So it doesn't quite line up.
I think we should leave it where it is and cut out the steps, and we get the best of both worlds.
But there's a lot of opinions.
I say do the complete opposite of that.
Well, it's an easier point for framing, isn't it?
I say
I agree.
Add structure and don't take structure away.
Mm-hmm.
And also it makes sense to me to have it lined up with the beam. That's where the old cabinets were. They lined up with the beam. Somebody already had that idea a long time ago. And I think it's a good one.
Okay, let's chew on that. Had enough of the mess and want to dive into the pretty stuff? Here's some fabrics and color schemes I'm thinking about for the cottage. We have many rooms to consider: the living room, dining room, lounge, 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, the kitchen, and laundry. At the outset, I like to work with a big palette. I'm thinking about all the nature-inspired hues of island life. The blues of the water and sky, greens in the moss, trees, and foliage, and the muted tones of the woods and rock. Let's look at some sumptuous slabs, because marble slab shopping is my happy place. I want every material I bring onto the island to feel connected to the mood and the landscape. I need vanity counters for all 4 bathrooms, the kitchen, and the bar. I always go sourcing for marble really early in the planning process so I can be inspired and allow my design decisions to flow from what I find. Every slab of natural stone is a unique piece of art. Here's the tricky thing about slab sourcing. Sometimes they're on perfect display and they're easy to see. And sometimes it's the last 2 pieces left and they're hidden, and this is as best as you can see them, and they can't pull them out right now. But I think this might be what I want.
This guy is stuck in here. And Nancy, our salesperson, says we can't get this out today. And I really, really want to.
I'll make a date to come back when they can pull these out. But now, I've got to get back to the island.
Alex and I always enjoy an adventure. The experience of being able to travel by float plane is unique, and it allows us to get up above the land and see all the formations and see the islands in a way that you can't appreciate or understand from the water. Portobello is a place like no other. This is such a beautiful building.
Hey dogs, anybody want to get out?
It was the summer of 1999 when Alex built his own cottage, and I have been in love with Georgian Bay and Alex ever since.
Here we are in the middle of the renovation. Here we have tools, plumbing roughed in, a dog looking for something, I'm not sure, and you're unloading the dishwasher while I'm trying to make dinner in this makeshift kitchen, and you want me to know what? You probably think the Minister of Exteriors just lets me take it away with all the interior design. Well, get ready for some big opinions.
I just want to point out to all of our wonderful viewers, see where the dishwasher is. Everything goes just instantly straight up into these cupboards right
You're
here.
pinned in a corner.
Right. No, this is great. I barely have to move it. All just goes straight up. The farthest thing is the cutlery drawer. You know what's amazing? I can't believe we're done the project and it looks like I did before. Same table, chairs, colors on the wall. Maybe you should change a few more things, you know what I mean? Same candles, table, chairs, even the same dogs. And me, I'm the same.
Alex and I are a great team. We divide and conquer in terms of the tasks we tackle.
Crackling fire.
And then we come together to create big change. What I love most is the simple pleasures of cottage life.
It's an absolutely gorgeous morning. Such a beautiful day. It's Monday.
It's Monday, all right.
It's still May. The weather's fantastic.
And it's Big Hair Day on Sarah's Island Rescue.
And we have big goals for today. Like I said, we're on a tight timeline, so we need to get going on the bathroom renovations stat.
Today is demo day, so we're going to be trying to see what's in this wall, because behind this wall is this delightful tub. So we're going to pull this tub out and see what the floor looks like underneath, because we have this lovely pine floor and we're going to try and save. But Sarah's curious to see if we can remove these walls to open it up a bit.
You're late for the meeting. Do you have ideas?
So I've been investigating what's going on here to see if this floor continues under the tub, and it does not. If we're going to do anything down there, we would have to repair the floor. This is where the action happens, the toilet's here. This is so that you can read. Obviously, this was the library. We can open this up, and then maybe the tub should go between the windows. Maybe this becomes the shower.
I don't like this corridor. I feel that this is super tight. Could we just take all of this out?
Yeah, no problem. I mean,
Based on our tight timeline and the fact that we only use this cottage in summer, I'm trying to make the best and biggest changes for the least amount of effort. I need to keep everything I can and move as little plumbing as possible.
When you mentioned moving this shower, one thing we could do is you could create a sort of tucked away water closet. You could create a nook for the toilet by just sliding the toilet back into that section, and then this section could be the shower.
Yeah, that's a nice idea.
At which point there's actually enough room to put a closet here.
You really don't want to be in the middle of a good book when someone's sort of out there and you go, oh, hi.
We have big windows, and this looks out sort of to the path.
This says,
Well, hey, Doug Gibbon.
licensed carpenter.
May 24, 1991. Here we are at May 29, 2023.
That's 30 years later.
I love that.
This opening up makes this all feel like it's twice as big.
The shower would be 36 by 42, which is a nice size shower.
That's lots of space.
Visual aids. So if we do a mosaic floor and nice tiled walls, then we have 2 walls of glass and we're good to go.
Yep.
I want it all gone. I love demo. Demo is so exciting. I mean, this, first of all, it's a sunny day today, and that's kind of awesome, but it is light, it is bright, it's airy. I feel we are headed in all the right directions.
Good.
Look what you've done.
Cool.
What do you think? 2 40-inch vanities and a 30 in the center.
If you're doing just 2 individual mirrors, would you consider putting a beautiful piece of stone on the back?
That's exactly what I was thinking. When you're shopping for slabs, first you're trying to find the ideal material. You're trying to find the most gorgeous material. Then it needs to be your size that you need. And then it also has to fit your budget. And so when I went slab shopping last week, I saw things that were $20 a square foot, and I saw things that were $165 a square foot.
Speaking of multiplying, I've got double Sarah here.
Hi. If we can find a slab that's $20 a square foot, that's $1,000 for the slab. And that's probably less than the cost of installing pine, painting it, all the carpentry, dum bum 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 bum.
Done.
Let's think about that. We might be done for today, but there's so much more on our to-do list. Sometimes it feels like we've only just begun because I see potential and opportunity everywhere. Spring has sprung, and there's still plenty more demo, planning, building, and shopping to come.
What else you got?
We're on the verge of some big changes that you're sure to love.
Let's try it, and if it looks good, we'll keep it, and if it doesn't, we'll do it my way.
See you next time on Sarah's Island Rescue. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, tell everyone. Make sure they're watching. Come along for the ride.